This is purely for entertainment purposes only. I don't find any of this entertaining, but it's all speculation. Everything I'm sharing are my own video clips. Let's go. As somebody who is a psychic clairvoyant medium since the age of 4, pretty much my entire life, demonic activity, infestation, and oppression is something I have had to deal with, well, as long as I can recall. But y'all know my testimony, October of 2022. God let me know, kiddo, seeing and speaking to spirits, that was never a gift from me. In fact, those that have been passed away loved ones are, this entire time, you've been speaking to demons, which honestly makes so much sense now. I lived my entire life riddled in anxiety, panic attack after panic attack. Every single day I would wake up with a sharp gnawing pain in my solar plexus, and I would wake up multiple times in the evening having panic attacks for absolutely no reason at all. I lived my entire life in a constant state of panic, anxiety, worry, and fear. I denounced being a medium in October of 2022 when I was born again. I've always been a Christian every single day of my life. I just never understood that, kiddo, you can't be a medium and be a Christian at the same time. But God opened my eyes. And I'm here to tell you, y'all, I haven't seen spirits, and I used to see spirits daily. At minimum, at least one in my home, if not 2 or 3.
Do it through the
and there
Holy
were days
Spirit.
when there was
That's
a lot
it.
more. I used to do psychic readings
Gifts we
online
get
for
are
free
through the
because I never
Holy
used to
Spirit.
charge for my readings. Never once in my
Not the
lifetime
world.
have I charged, because I always truly believed that that was a gift from God, and I never thought it was proper for me to profit off of my purpose. I would do readings and have 12,000 people in my lives at any given time, and my yard and my garage would be flooded with spirits. Little did I know those were demons all along. Guys, one night on my live, I had a demonic attack. Everybody witnessed it. If you were in my live, one of the hundreds of people, that night you witnessed it firsthand. It was scary. It was bad. There was growling, footsteps, scratching on the walls. People saw a little child outside of my window behind me at midnight. And while I was in my garage that night, you could hear children laughing and crying outside of my window. I live in 3 acres, and not one of my neighbors has a child. Anyways, I also caught a demon walking behind me on one of my videos. As I walked into this hallway, into my bathroom, somebody spotted a black shadow walking right behind me in my TikTok. This was a couple of years ago. But like I said, since denouncing being a medium, all of that just stopped. So did the anxiety and the panic attack. Poof, gone. But guys, since CERN opened the portal, and yes, they were very successful during the April 8th eclipse, our world has been flooded with demonic entities like it has never ever seen, known,
Roaches.
or had before. Guys, when I tell you that these things flood our world like cockroaches, there's a very good reason I use that word. They are like parasites. And
That's the
after
way I
the
feel.
attack on Bishop Marie Emmanuel earlier this week, one person actually caught one of these demons, the actual demon that attacked him, on film. Now, I shared a video about this a few days ago. Please check it out, because I'm not going to share anything other than my own video here today. And yes, I have a video to share because another eagle-eye viewer spotted, well, unfortunately, we caught a demon in one of my videos this morning. But before I get to that, I do need to explain. Okay, demons, in that video, after the bishop was stabbed, you can see a very black, clear mass climbing up a brick wall, and it's large. It looks like kind of a bed bug. It has long insect-like legs, but it was the demon fleeing the scene. When I say they're like cockroaches, I'm serious. Y'all, I literally cannot explain the different forms of demons I have seen in the spirit realm over a lifetime of being able to see in the spirit realm. But yeah, some of them look like bugs, like parasites, where others have the shadow figure of a person, a large man. It varies. They come in different shapes and forms, and some of the ones I've seen, it still keeps me sometimes up at night. This is why I'm telling you guys it is vital now more than ever to stay armored up, keep on the full armor of God, especially anyone like me or Bishop Emmanuel, anyone who is vocal about the love of Jesus Christ and sharing the gospel. We have a huge target on our backs. We are the enemy of the enemy, and his army, my friends, since the eclipse on April 8th, has grown in an immense way I cannot even begin to explain. I actually didn't want to say anything, but a couple of days I was out in my garage working on my art. I'm drawing a thing called Judgment Day. It's all pencil. I tape up pieces of paper in areas so I don't smudge that area while I'm working on an area next to it. I had literally just taped a whole piece of notebook paper with 4 pieces of tape on this spot. Guys, I do this all the time. When I sat down on my steps to look at TikTok, I got that sense, that yuck. I knew something was there. When suddenly that piece of paper, that very firmly, newly taped piece of paper on 4 sides, flew off of my door and landed at my feet. Now, me being who I am and knowing what I know about the spirit realm, I know that I can capture spirits one way, with a camera. on film, either with a mirror or with smoke. That is where the old smoke and mirrors comes from. You see, spirits, entities, are a mass. They are energy. So when you blow smoke on them, it forms around the energy, and you can actually see the spirit quite well. I used to do this all the time, and I could show you some things that would make you just jump right out of your skin. I used to see spirits and tell my friends, okay, this is what they look like, describe them in great detail, and then I would take a picture, and ta-da, that is exactly what they would see. I haven't done this really since 2022 because I haven't had the need. I stopped working in the spirit realm. But the other day, I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, I knew I needed to get my camera out, which was ironically out because I had just used that same camera that I hadn't used in quite some time to take the videos and the picture of the sun. I love how God works. It was right there. And the pictures I took were confirmation. Some of the things that I captured, well, let's just say they made me really, really happy. I don't work in the spirit realm anymore. I'm contemplating even sharing these pictures with you guys, and maybe I will. But that same night, my husband and I were laying in bed, and I have a little light by my bathtub here. My master bathroom is attached to my master bedroom. There's no door. As my husband and I were laying in bed, I sensed it, I felt it. When suddenly, our bathroom just lit up. And I told my husband, oh my gosh, that light just somehow turned on in our bathroom? He's like, yeah, I see that. And then just like that, it turned back off. This is that light, and it's actually pretty difficult to turn on and off. My dog was also very agitated that evening. She usually sleeps in her bed on the floor, but she would not get off of my bed. I knew. And so I prayed. There's a reason when you have demonic possession, which is actually very, very rare. There are 3 stages to demonic possession. Ironically, this was the video I was actually going to be making when the paper fell off of my art, which kind of led me to think maybe I should not. But this is vital, guys, because you need to understand our world is flooded with demons like we've never seen before. And these are things you need to be watchful for. Demonic attacks happen in 3 stages. First, infestation. I don't know, kind of like a bug, a cockroach. Yeah, infestation. This is where they choose their victim. This is when you start hearing the whispers, the footsteps, things like that. Second stage is oppression. This is where they really come at you. They try to break your spirit, break you completely, and whittle their victim down to nothing. During oppression, this is when they will try to affect your sleep, give you insomnia. Because when you're not sleeping, you're not sound. It lowers your defense mechanisms, it lowers your mental stability, and it makes you extremely vulnerable for demonic attack. You'll have night terrors. You'll be awoken constantly at 3 in the morning. You just simply will not be able to sleep, and maybe even experience sleep paralysis. Demonic oppression is bad. They will come for your health, your marriage, your job, your finances. They will do anything and everything to break you. And the 3rd stage, which is extremely rare, is demonic possession, which is exactly what we saw with the assailant of Bishop Marie Emmanuel. The bishop knew, and he prayed over the assailant after the attack, and that is when they captured the video of that black bug, massive bug, the demon, crawling away. He had known that his attacker was not a human, but it was a demon behind that cut. Without any further ado, here is the video this morning we captured of a demon in my bathroom behind me, and I was completely unaware.
Listen, I love it. I love how this works. I woke up and I thought, you know what?
Did you see that? A very large human-like shadow walking past my mirror.
I love it. I love how this works. I woke up and I thought, you know what? I need to make a video.
Now, I know it wasn't my husband because I know for a fact he was downstairs making me coffee. But just to be safe, when he came home just a little bit ago, we did an experiment and had him walk from the bed to the outside of our room. Here you go. Okay, we're going to do a science experiment. Uncle Mike just got home from doing some work, and I'm having him walk in our bedroom and out the door. Go, babe. Nothing. Clearly it was not my husband. And he even said, I remember you when you were making that video because you came downstairs and you were laughing so hard. I was downstairs making you coffee. Guys, it is vital you stay prayed up. The enemy is working overtime and his army is much bigger than ever before. No, but for real, I just found out something even more bone-chilling. While watching that last video again, I realized the reflection was not in my mirror but against my wall, which literally means the entity walked right behind me. Watch, check this out. Y'all, that is where the entity came from. Oh my gosh. From right directly behind me. And I also just captured this, the face of the actual spirit. Not only can you see its whole head, but right here you can see its eye. It was literally standing right behind me looking over my head. I am no stranger to demonic activity, but first, this is purely for entertainment purposes only. I don't find any of this entertaining.